right, guys, now don't freak out, but I'm reviewing the Weltool W4 Pro TAC. Let's check it out. Alrighty, so before we take a closer look at the light, let's check what's in the box. Firstly, you will get a charger. Now, this is a charging cable, one end USB-C, the other end USB-A. That will charge directly into your battery. I'll pull the battery out of the light in a moment. You will also get a certificate of quality, and down here, checker, QC pass, quality check pass. Thank you very much. And you will get a Weltool W4 Pro TAC user manual. All right, so let me show you the battery. Great thing about this light is it utilizes one 21700, 5000 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt battery. So this is not a proprietary battery either. So this will take other 21700s. Just make sure it's a button top, and you probably want to make sure that it has an onboard charging area like this one, because that means the battery will be a little bit longer, which means that it will hit the contacts properly. You need to make sure that it's the right size for this light. However, I strongly recommend only using these Weltool batteries because they are designed specifically for this light. Now, springs at both ends, 1, 2. And the reason the springs at both ends is because this light can be weapon mounted. And now, just on the weapon mounting point, so Danny Zhang is the owner of Weltool, and I reached out to him when I bought this, and I said, look, you know, what are some things I can talk about with the W4 Pro TAC? And what he said to me is that the W4 Pro TAC not only uses diamond and phosphor to help this come out of it, bang, but it also is either currently being used or has been contracted to be used by a country in Europe in their military. Now, he wouldn't tell me which country for security purposes. He didn't want that information to be too public, but he was allowed to tell me that there is a country in Europe that is going to sign on or has signed on to use this light in their military. So that is bloody cool. Now, just taking a look at the light. So W4 Pro Dragon in Clouds. Thank you very much. Now, this is the TAC version, and I will prove that to you. There it is there, TAC. So all of Weltool's TAC versions of their lights have that word TAC written somewhere on the light. Now, the anodizing is very, very smooth and extremely rugged. It's just the typical Weltool in that they feel unstoppable. Danny has had a lot of experience with lights for many, many, many years, and I believe he is slowly perfecting the way a light should operate, should feel, and it's just amazing. I'm very excited for Danny's new lights that are about to come out, one of them being the T17. Very excited. Now, the pocket clip on this light is absolutely bulletproof, and so it should be, not only because it's just a Weltool, but because if you pocket this, if you want to clip this light onto your belt, you do not want it falling off. It's a $714 light, Australian dollars. So it's good that it's got a bulletproof pocket, which really is bulletproof pocket clip, man. Just crazy. Now, the grip on the light here is absolutely amazing. Not too rough, but perfect for grip, especially if you've got gloves and wet gloves as well. That's not going anywhere. So very well thought out, this light. And the tail cap has this awesome pattern here, which just feels amazing, but also really locks your hand into it when you're holding it and when you're using it. So it's just amazing. And of course, tail clicky, massive tail clicky, cannot miss it. Beautiful action with momentary, so it's a forward clicky, but then constant on as well. Have a listen. That is very satisfying. Now, the dimensions, 60.5 millimeters is the head, 27.05 is the body, 31.69 is the tail cap, which is what makes for such a comfortable hold, the tail cap kicking out thicker than the body. And the length is 198 millimeters, which is too much for this thing to handle. So that's why I just got that information off the user manual. Now, the weight without the battery, which again, I don't know why they don't just give us the weight with the battery, but The weight without the battery is 336 grams. So that means that the weight with the battery is 336 grams plus 73. So that is about 409 grams. Now watch this spring again. Oh yeah, ready? Cool. So you know that is good contact area. Now, the way this light works is very, very cool. So you will always get high mode every time you click the switch on. And that helps by being able to signal. So you can signal SOS. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and so on. So that is 586 lumens. Beam intensity is 2,882,000 candela. Holy mackerel and cheese. The beam distance is 3,712 yards, which in kilometers is a little over 3 kilometers. I think it's like 3.2 or 3.4 kilometers. And the runtime with this provided 21700 is 1 hour and 15 minutes. But if I, from off, hit the tail clicky 4 times consecutively quite fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes into strobe. Strobe does not give you any specs. But look at this, off and on quickly. Now we're in low mode, hidden low mode, nice. Now low mode is 186 lumens, 1,108,000 candela, 2,300 yards, so that'll be a little under 2 kilometers, distance that is, but you'll get that for 4 hours. So if you want extended runtime, get yourself in low mode, people. Now, the way I get back to high, or actually this will cycle from low to strobe if I click the tail clicky on and off quickly. So off, on, strobe, low, strobe, low. To get back to high and to the regular high of the constant high output, you just leave it off for a second or two. Now you're in high again. And every time you turn that off and on, you're going to be in high. If you're momentary, you're still in high. So you have to momentary it 4 times very quickly to change it into the low and strobe modes. And it will go strobe first, then low. Now, this light has temperature control protection in it. So when the temperature of the light gets too high, the light will automatically reduce the output. So it'll only do that in high mode. It doesn't tell you when, though. The amazing light temperature here is between 6,000 and 7,000 K. Holy moly. Now, the reflective system is acrylic convex lens. Down there, you can see. It also has reverse polarity protection, which is great to see. Love lights that have that, which means it's going to just protect your battery. Battery over discharge protection. Stainless steel bezel, double coated tempered glass lens, which is that there. And it has passed the 1 meter drop test. So this light is also IP67 rated, which means you can use it in heavy, heavy rain, probably submerge it into shallow water, but nothing more than that. All right, so let's head outside, see what this can do at night, because I used this last night and is absolutely phenomenal. And then we will come back for some final thoughts and prices. See you in a sec. All right, the Weltool W4 Pro TAC. Wow. Look how small that hotspot is, even at over 100 meters away. Incredible. Check out the tree line, the clarity of hotspot, but it's just so small, isn't it? It's so small that I reckon the 3 Pro TAC is more practical, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nowhere that this thing is not going to reach, but at the same time, it's a very small hotspot, very clear, like crystal clear. Look at that, top of the tree. If there's a koala in there, mate, I am seeing every detail of it. But just a very small hotspot. Really nice though. Beautiful light. Now, I'm not going to put this in the air because I am near an airport and I just don't need that kind of police attention. So, not to mention if it really does, you know, mess with aeroplane electronics. God, hate to be on that plane, wouldn't you? So it's just the tree line we've got. Look at that. Now if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 strobe, but then off on low. So that's low there. And even low is crystal clear. But now aim it at the tree and I'll go off on. Oh shit. On. No. Off. On. There we go. Now that's, God, that's just so bright. Goodness. All right, W4. All right, the W4 Pro TAC. See ya. Alrighty, well, night shots speak for themselves. This thing, the pin prick of the hot spot lasts for so long. I'm not going to be able to measure 3 kilometers with this, but this thing is so impressive. Now, let's be real. Who's going to use this? Well, if you are a dedicated hunter that has $715 up your sleeve to spend on a light, then maybe you will use it. If you're the type of hunter that prefers LEP lights and just a hotspot spotlight over spill and peripheral light and all that sort of stuff. But apart from that, I don't know who else will use this. I really don't. I know I said that the military uses it in Europe, but I don't know what use militaries get out of a light like this. I don't have the inside scoop to a military person who could explain it to me. All I know is that Danny Zhang, the owner of Weltool, did tell me that there is a country in Europe who has, I think, signed on for the contract of using the Weltool W4 Pro TAC in their military. So it must be of some benefit. But the pros of this light are that it's a Weltool, meaning it's reliable as anything. It's built like an absolute brick. It reaches over 3 kilometers. You can signal with it because it's not going to change outputs unless you really quickly hit the button, the tail cap 4 times. It does have strobe, which is really good for signaling or for getting somebody's attention at a massive distance. And it offers a low mode as well, a hidden low mode. So, you know, those things are pros. The use of one 21700 battery is pretty cool as well. No onboard charging. You've got to remove the battery. I love that. The price is pretty, you know, it's $715, but you are getting a whole lot of light for that. So, you know, if you got the money and you're interested in something like this, then this is your best bet, in my opinion. Now, lightshop.com.au has this for $715. I will put a discount code to get 10% off that. But if you are not in Australia and you want to buy this light, I will also link the Weltool website for this light as well, so you can buy it direct from Weltool. They ship all over the world. So, it's easy. All right. Thanks very much for watching, guys. And until next time, stay cool and stay safe. See ya.